Welcome to Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. My name is Mompoloki Lerumo Mogobe. Our objective is to enthuse, inspire, energize, and empower entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs of all stripes here in BW and beyond. We do so by inviting these entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs into our makeshift studio. Sometimes we call them to the restaurant, sometimes we go to our studio, and we ask them to share their experiential knowledge, their experiences and their expertise. And we ask them as many questions as we can, aimed at empowering you also as a viewer. Hello dear listener and viewer, my name is Mompoloki Lerumo Mogobe, your host of this great show, Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. We come to you from our makeshift studio here at Black at Mogobe Plaza. Today I have a repeat guest. He's been here before. He's none other than a digital marketing expert. One of the only few I know in Botswana, Mr. Shima Keakopa. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you so much for having me around.
Okay. Just to get the ball rolling, can you start off by introducing yourself and explaining your background, sharing your background with the viewer?
Oh, okay. My name is Shima Keakopa. I'm a Motswana by birth, and I'm an entrepreneur first and foremost before I'm a digital marketing expert. But from where I'm sitting right now, I am the marketing director of a company called Keakopa Explore. Mm-hmm. For those who know it, sometimes they call it Explore Botswana, maybe because of our website and URL. We are based at Botswana Innovation Hub. What we do is we offer companies market access solution. We offer digital marketing consultancy. We offer data technology services. Basically, That's what we do.
Today we're going to talk about monetizing content, how to monetize your content. That is the subject of the day. Can you help the listener understand what is content? What do we mean by content?
I mean, content is a lot of things, from a picture to a video to a text. I can describe that as a content. To even voice is a content. Audio, it's also content.
Okay. Now, content creation and data technology. Speak to those subjects, because this is probably your bread and butter.
Yeah. I think everything you learn at Mogobe, you learn everything. It's not, sometimes it's just a buzzword, like I always tell you. That content in this context, we're talking about fourth revolution, we're talking about social media platforms, but I'll just describe what content is and what data is. Both of them, people use them similarly.
Sometimes interchangeably.
But sometimes they are right, depending on the context. But content today, we're talking about video content, photography content, writers and bloggers content, and voice-over artist content or music.
Okay.
And if I may just talk about also data. Data, it's more to do with analytics part of it, making it professional in terms of systems and platforms, and though you also use content for that, but normally people refer to data because they're looking at an organized data sets, but they all mean almost the same
and just
thing.
help the entrepreneur understand the importance. Why is data and data management, why is it important for the modern entrepreneur to understand this field, to understand data?
Okay. I mean, everybody's using data to create content, actually. You'd want to create content with a data-driven evidence. What do I mean? If I'm going to be a photographer, what kind of content should I focus on as a photographer? It has to be data-driven. I have to use data analytics. I have to depend on data for the market of those kind of photographs. Botswana is known, for example, for safari. Maybe I can say I'm gonna focus on the best safaris in Botswana or safari photographs. Then at least you see I'm using data to create content.
And in your view, what platforms are valuable or important for data for what we are talking about?
Data or content?
Is there a difference?
No. The reason why I said people use them interchangeably and sometimes differently is because data, normally people are used to words, they are used to a set data sets, but from content it means videos, it encapsulates more. But for data, somebody, when you talk about data, they're already thinking you're talking about numbers, paragraphs, infographics. But content, if you say content, people obviously they're thinking from pictures, videos, maybe blogs.
So let's start with data. What platforms are important for data, and then we can go to what platforms are important for content.
Okay. For data, I mean, we'll just start with Google Web Analytics. Google Web Analytics is one of the platforms that are a great resource to find out data about maybe a market that you're looking for as a photographer or as a videographer or as a social media influencer. Content here, we're referring that you'd want to have people following your content, and you'd want to know where they are, how old they are. That's why using Google Web Analytics as one of the resources is important, because it can show you to some extent where they can give you real-time data about where, why, how old those people. I mean, basically demographics about the kind of content you're trying to produce.
Okay, I have a two-part question for you. One, can you use data and content to create wealth? And number two, how do you go about doing that?
Yeah.
If the answer is yes.
Yes, you can use, I mean, we're in data technology age. Everybody's talking about data, everybody's talking content. Everyone is right, everyone is okay. They can, I mean, for data, I can show you for an example. For data, I'll start with the laws first. There is a law called Global Data Protection Regulation passed by the EU. It's a law that seeks to prevent people who are trying to monetize data to make money out of unsuspecting clients who might be visiting your platforms from website, mobile apps. So they are saying that if it's somebody from EU market is going to use your platform, whether you're Google, whether you are Mogobe's website, are saying that we have this regulation, please follow it and comply with it. Meaning that you can make money from data. Yes, data, you can make money through different ways.
Can you mention one or two?
One, for a scenario, for example, in Botswana, I can share with you, we lack data. There's no data from government, especially, that is consumable. I'll give you an example for agriculture. When I want to go into piggery in Botswana, to get that data and make it to make sense, it takes me a lot of time. I have to write a lot of letters. There is no central place where we can get that data to say that in Botswana, this is how many pigs that are available. We produce this kind of amount of.
These are the requirements.
These are the requirements. I have to write letters. Sometimes that data, because of some inefficiencies in our system, until you even give up to say, because you don't know, or you are waiting for somebody.
By the way, in this platform, we never give up. We're resilient.
Yeah, so that's why it's important that we have to rely on data that is up to date and is clear.
Okay, so how do you really convert the data to Zaga? How do you monetize? because I asked you whether you can create wealth and how you go about creating wealth from the data.
Okay. I would start maybe with sharing content on blog sites, and I'll just share with what people want to know. I'll talk about key areas that I know. Okay, for writers, I'll start with addressing writers. Somebody may say that, but I'm a writer. Is that data? Is that content? I would not want you to dwell on the differences, but I would want you to know that you need to understand that you need to find out the data first before you produce content. You need to find out data. Data is available information that is accurate to help you with producing your content. Let's say you are a writer, like I said. Mogobe, as a writer, there are platforms called eBlog on Google. You don't even need to have a domain. They'll give you a free domain. Yes, you can start writing your blogs. But before you start writing, like I said, you want to know what are people searching about. There's trends by Google that can help you to see which keywords people are searching about. Now when you write, you know that people are searching for this particular content. And
do you do that through analytics?
Obviously, sir. It's an analytics tool by Google. It's called Trends, or you can use Google Search Console if you already have a platform. But if you're just starting up, I recommend Trends by Google. It will help you to see what particular subject people are searching for or they're trying to find out about. For example, if people are searching about food from Botswana all over the world, as a writer, I advise you to start writing about different menus that we have available and their nutritional value. And then you can earn through Google AdSense as one of the intermediaries. Google AdSense is a platform by Google that is used to place adverts on different platforms. So you register an account with Google AdSense, you link it to your website or to your blog. But if you're going to use Google platform like eBlog, it's already linked to Google AdSense. But you'll need to create a Google AdSense account. Then they will calculate your money and they will pay you monthly, whether through Western Union or PayPal.
Is the money significant? Can somebody live off it?
It depends on you, how hardworking you are. But from averagely Google AdSense, you can calculate. You can just say Google AdSense. You can just go to the browser right now and you say Google AdSense. You can calculate from $5,000 US, depending on the location of where you are. You can start making money. I mean, we have already people using other different platforms like YouTube that are already making money through the YPP program.
So, and let's take it a little further and talk about sharing of content. How does one use the sharing of content to make money or to increase their ability to generate money?
Okay, I'll take it this way. Before you even start off it, you must understand your business model. I'll start let me just go reach to my phone and show, just so that I give you accurate information. Excuse me. We'll talk about you. We'll talk about the YouTube that you have.
Yeah, Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom.
Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom. You can already earn. You can earn by placing ads on your YouTube channel. That is first opening a Google AdSense. There's a program called Google AdSense account. You open it and then ads start flowing on your channel. But there are requirements, like I said. The requirements, like we said, you already meet them. 4,000 hours watch, at least 1,000 subscribers, and you can start earning.
We're at 1,350 now.
Yes, sir. So you're already eligible to start earning. You just have to meet their minimum requirements. But the challenge sometimes is only that it might not be available in your country.
Is it available in Botswana?
For Botswana already, not yet available, the YPP program. But Google AdSense is available for other platforms. If I have my own website or my own mobile application, I can already use Google AdSense to earn money. Okay. I'd also want to talk about.
Do you have to use a domain name in South Africa, for instance? How do you get started when you are not you are in Botswana as opposed to other jurisdictions which are already linked up?
Wow, I think it's a hard one, that one for me, because I think it also involves government or authorities. Sometimes we have to find out what are the barriers. Sometimes we have to find out why is it not applicable to our country. So we can start first by asking the right questions. But as a content creator, I don't have that time. What will I do? I'll check for other options that I can use that can offer me maybe this is what we're talking about, like Google YouTube videos. It's just one of the
Many ways.
it's just one of the many ways you can use. I would want to also talk about another platforms for photographers, for videographers, such as Shutterstock. I mean, a lot of graphic designers in the world, they search for photos which have copyrights, and that is because they want to use some. They don't want to be limited when they are being creative. Even videographers sometimes they use copyrighted, but at the
copyrighted material.
Yeah, at the approval of the
author or the originator of the
yes
material.
Sir. Yes sir. There's a platform called Shutterstock. You register for free. You open an account as the first step. Then you meet the minimum requirements, and then you start sharing your photos or your videos. But I'll advise you first, before you start sharing your videos and photos, to use platforms to find accurate data of what kind of photos are in demand. That's where data is very important. You need to use Google Trends or Google Market Finder, Google Search Console, just to find accurate information of what people are searching about.
Well, would someone need to be trained or maybe spend time with an expert like you to really know how to go about it? Or is it something that you can teach yourself online?
Excuse me, the question again?
The question is, for someone to really get deep and understand these mechanisms and these systems, do they require specialized training from a digital, expert, digital marketing expert like you? Or is it something that you can simply develop and train yourself online, maybe through a series of YouTube, videos like this one? Yes.
Okay, I'd want to say that first, before you get knocked, you'd want to use accurate and verified information, and you also need to meet people who have done it before. There are already a lot of people who are earning. One of the examples I'll give you, yes, I have my friend who's already earned up to 4 million. He's called Dr. Penyo Mutlogela. He's my friend, and he started his blog for updating. It's called Soccer Highlights. He just updates scores, and he put Google AdSense. Yes, sir. Well, he's a doctor now, and he's practicing. I think they're based in Riverwalk. Yes, he's already earning, and he's already earned. He's now given that business of updating to his younger brother, whom he's also training, so that he can update scores. Thanks for COVID, he started his earnings went down because there were no measures, and there was really nothing to update.
Scores? You mean English Premier League? Or?
I mean, across all from Bundesliga League, EPL. I'm not a soccer fan, but I just know that mostly, like if you search for Soccer Highlights, that's him.
Yeah, my question is, how does that expertise, how do you acquire it? Through people like you, or is something you can pick up on through YouTube?
One, research. YouTube is just one of the platforms. I mean, I'll just say research from platforms that are reliable. I mean, right now also, I'll tell you, you can earn through Facebook sharing videos. Though it's not yet applicable to Botswana, but in South Africa, you can already share your videos, and there are requirements. And I don't think it needs training, but if it needs training, they have got, for Facebook, they have got an online course that they can train you. But for these other platforms, I don't think they just require you to understand what is being done, and you need to verify those platforms with certain embassies of those particular. For you who's just starting, you need to liaise with the embassies of or with your government, wherever you are in that country, so that you can verify that this is a an authentic business.
Okay. There's often talk about using hashtags and the importance of hashtags. What can you share on that? Is it important to use hashtags every time you post something online?
Wow, a hashtag, it's yes, it's important, especially the advent. I'll take this to social media. I mean, right now, if you look at Instagram, they just passed 1 billion users
Worldwide.
worldwide. And a hashtag, it helps you to group data in one platform, in one search results. Like if you were to search right now if you were to search currently about a particular subject, let's say hashtag COVID-19, you'll get all the information related or that has been
Sometimes too much information.
sometimes too much from different platforms. I mean, especially platforms like Twitter and Instagram. The algorithms are different, but it helps you your search results to be accurate. Like for an example, I challenge you. If you just say hashtag business BW, you're sure you're gonna find that's my unique hashtag. You're sure you're going to find that. That's my unique hashtag because I'm not sharing it with anybody.
So if I put business BW, it will prevent me from posting.
No, it doesn't. I'm saying that it's my unique hashtag. I'm the one who started using it.
Oh, so if I use it, what happens?
No, it also your search results also comes.
Oh,
along,
I see.
But I'll come first. Yeah.
Okay.
So every company or every brand or every person, we need a hashtag for Mogobe. It will help us group your results every time you post, and it needs to be one. We don't need a lot or 2 more, 3. It just needs to be one, and it has to be.
What I've seen people post is that they would leave up to 6 or 7 hashtags at the bottom. What does that do?
It doesn't do much because for a hashtag also there's one analytics for it. You can search for it. This hashtag was mentioned many times like this. I mean, there are different platforms. It's just that other people prefer to use that. They think it helps them, but sometimes you need to find out. It will help you, yes, like I said, to appear in other results. If I hashtag COVID-19, but if I'm a brand and I want to stand out, I need to stick to my hashtag.
Okay. I keep bringing this up. Do you offer any training yourself? Does Keakopa Explore, any of your companies, offer any training services for people to enlighten people about these matters?
Okay, right now we have a program. I've been working with my friend. I think most of you know her. Yeah, Miss Perry. She's been one of the students of changing and rebranding herself online. We've been going around. She's been getting good content around. She's about environment and conservation. She's been rebranding herself primarily using Instagram. She just recently got her website, so she's one of the people we've been working with just to see how far it can go. But we have proven that yes, we can provide training for brands or social media influencers that are upcoming. Like Mogobe would want to work with Mogobe to advise how best to utilize the platforms. Yeah, but we do have those trainings. It starts from 500 kula per month subscription, the lessons, but we'll send you first the link. We don't need to meet. We can virtually do it. We don't necessarily need to meet. You just need to, we'll audit, of course, first. One of the things we'll do, we'll audit all your social media platforms and trying to understand what you're trying to build. Yes, we do have a program, sir.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to how to earn as a blogger. First of all, what's the definition of a blogger, and how do you make money as a blogger?
A blogger is somebody who puts up content, text, or photos. But primarily, we are used to them about people who write. A blog, I mean, normally when I say a blog, I'd want to find content, text, and photos, just to be accurate. There are many ways to earn as a blogger. Like I said, one, if I have a website and it's called mogobenuggetsofwisdom.com, if I reach a certain number of requirements needed by platforms like Google AdSense and other platforms that I won't talk about, because I don't understand much better. I talk about Google AdSense because I'm Google certified and I subscribe to them. I don't in any way promote them. If I have a website like that,
Well, I'm sure you promote them. You're certified by them.
okay, of course I understand their products.
Right.
They have a very good program called Google AdSense. Google AdSense helps you to place adverts in your website while you are blogging. That's how you can earn.
Okay.
It will place different ads from all over the world. Google themselves will place ads based on the kind of content you are sharing. That's how you can earn as a blogger.
So all that requires is for you to familiarize yourself with the algorithms or how to position yourself.
How do I position myself? If you have a blog website, for example, or a mobile application, it's one of the requirements for Google AdSense. You'll earn through Google AdSense, by the way. The one that I'm talking about. You'll earn through Google AdSense because it's been tried and tested.
Okay.
For blogs. Once you put them, a lot of these websites, they have got that. Have you ever been in the website of local media, Mogobe, and then you find out that ads keep coming?
Yeah, I've seen them. They're like pop-ups.
That's Google AdSense. Sometimes they come big and you see them they become big on your website. It's because they have linked their account to Google AdSense. So that's how they earn. You can earn, it depends on you, but you can live on it.
Oh, I see that.
That's okay. You wanted me to talk also about the difference between a blog or a vlog? Oh, a vlog, it's more like a blog, but obviously the reason why there's a V is for video content, which I want to talk about a lot.
Am I a vlogger then?
You're a vlogger from Mogobe.
Oh, I see. I never call myself that now. I'll claim the title.
No, you're a vlogger, and a seasoned one that is collecting, one of the greatest content that we have ever had, especially about business intelligence. I don't see a vlog. I see business intelligence when I see you, because you interview certain entrepreneurs about Botswana's industry in different sectors, and it's really a great wealth of knowledge. Thank you for the work you're doing. Let me just commend you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, so a vlog, it's that you're creating a video content from 2 minutes to 3 minutes, and then you share it. There's Amazon videos, there are other platforms like over-the-top platforms, there are Netflix, there are Showmax, there are Hub TV. There are a lot of platforms really that you can share your video vlog.
And you monetize each time you share, or how does it work?
Okay, for now I'll focus on the one that I know that it's working and people are using it. It's the one for the YouTube. People say, hey, I want to have a YouTube. What kind of a YouTube channel is that? Is it a private? First, I challenge people to understand what it is and what it is not, and how much you can make before you start selling yourself dreams. Just because I saw that this person is the best vlogger for that industry, you have to understand those information. Yes, you can earn through Google AdSense again. Obviously, also through recently Facebook. Facebook has a 3 minutes video also. And one of the requirements, you have to have 10,000. It's through only pages, not user profiles. You have
10,000 followers.
At least 10,000 followers and at least 30,000 views. And you have to meet, of course, there's other certain requirements that are there. If you don't know, that's why we exist.
So in other words, they're only available for determined and successful vloggers. If you are just sort of trying one or two things and you're not consistent, you'll never get to that number, isn't it?
Yes, because if it's a lifetime plan to earn from that, you'll also need to have a clear social media strategy, or your vlog media strategy, to say that, like you have a clear plan and a strategy. And I'm sure you're just about to be one of the best earning vloggers in our country.
Don't make my head too big, please.
No, that's
sell
true.
my head, please.
No, that's true, sir. You're one of the inspiring people that have a certain focus on vlog. You have chosen the subject of entrepreneurship, meaning that later in Botswana, when we search about entrepreneurship in Botswana, business in Botswana, you'll appear because you have all of us. Of course, they'll use AI. You have all of us, big names, like myself.
Yeah, of
you
course.
Understand?
Yeah.
So obviously, that's where you're going. It's a long-term plan. It's not a short-term plan. You should have I forgot to tell you also about podcast and blogs.
Is there a difference?
A vlog and podcast, they are almost the same way, but you have to plan for your content. If I'm going to be sharing content, for example, if I decide tomorrow, I want to brand myself as a Botswana's best experiences. I want to travel maybe to come and experience Black, vlog about it, go talk about Nonas, go talk about what I can do in Mogobe, what I can do in... Okay, there are a lot of things that you can do. I have to be consistent, but I have to be very, very growing. I have to maybe at least collect content for the next maybe 20 episodes, maybe 10, just to be on the safe side, so that in the middle of seeing if it works or it doesn't work, the proof of concept, at least I have content that I can...
I like that, proof of concept.
Yes, I can have something to share. I can have some small trailers to share with my followers or viewers. I think also you have to respect your followers.
In what sense?
On your social media platforms or whatever platform you're going to do. You already respect them. You share so much good content with so much high quality, not looking at the number of followers. That is where the problem with other vloggers or people want to say that I want to have such a following.
So the focus should be on quality rather than just on quantity of followers.
Yes, sir. It's about reach, actually. How many people can you reach? What type of people? Where did they stay?
Okay, all right. Now there's issue of voice over artists that they also have the ability to create content. Talk about voice over artists.
Okay, I'll give them a platform that they all know. It's called Vive.
Vive.
It's an American company. Yes, Vive is a platform with over 300 plus categories. From digital marketing, you offer freelance services. Even if you are having your 9-to-5 job, you can still offer your freelance services. You create an account which is free also on Vive. That is FIVVER.com. You create an account and you follow all the requirements. For a voiceover artist, yes, even music artist or videographers. I mean, if you go to Vive, it's a marketplace. I can get my logo right now done in Vive. I can get my website right now done in Vive. Then it means that all over the country or all over the world, we can not only be consumers. Yes, right now, if I want to
have to provide content.
Yes, sir. If
not just consume it.
Yes, we have to provide content. Yes, voice over artists also are encapsulated in that platform. It's one of the platforms, but there are other platforms that you can use. But so far, the one that I know that is tried and tested, it's Vive. It allows you to share your voice over artist skills, and people can get you all over the world. So it's global. It's endless in terms of...
How do you actually monetize that? How does it make a difference to your bottom line?
Okay, people bid for work or for people listen. You create a gig. Let me just share something with you, if you allow me.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, how do I get paid? Okay, you create a gig. Creating a gig, it means that you register your skills. If I'm a digital marketing specialist, I go there and register and meet their minimum requirements to provide services. And then people come to the platform to see the work. And then I'll load... Creating a gig, it means I'll load the work that I have done according to their set requirement standard. And then people will search, obviously. They will search maybe for voice over artists or online. What will happen is they will judge me based on my voice, not even geolocation or my English pronunciation, or just if they love my voice or I'm
They tend to want American accents, isn't it? Sometimes.
It sounds like that, but there are a lot of people in Asian countries that are making more, especially India, that are making more money than than other Americans or so-called. Yes, sir. But basically, that's it. And then you are done. You wait for your gig, and then they will pay directly to your account or through Western Union. Or normally they use PayPal.
Paper.
PayPal.
Okay.
PayPal platform.
So it's not about the accent.
No, sir.
Help a entrepreneur there in terms of choosing a media marketing strategy. What are the sort of things to take into account when you're choosing a media marketing strategy with a view to monetization at the end?
I mean, really, social media is one of the platforms, especially recently, the advent of Instagram. Instagram is the new money. Yeah, you can still make, there are other business models that you can use, obviously, for social media platforms. Like, I'll just want to share something. People say, I'm a social media influencer. It's good, but I'm interested to know your business model. What I want to share with you with regards to the question you asked is, it's important first that you know what you want. Firstly, you should know what you want. And you should know that you should wake up to your dream. I wake up to research about data. I wake up to research about social media. If there's any change, I have to keep abreast with the latest information so that I'm not left behind. If there's any change in the policies or user policies for Google, I have to be there. But my advice is that, guys, plan your content, plan your subjects. I mean, I will give you an example, Mogobe, about the same lady that I was talking about, Miss Sino Perry. She's an environmentalist. She's only talking about environment, and we gave her a unique hashtag. It's called hashtag People, Wildlife, Environment. If you want to find out about her, just say hashtag People, Wildlife, Environment. One word. You'll see that she's been consistent in terms of the information she's sharing. But because people give themselves struggles, but you should just be.
What do you mean struggles?
They struggle because they think that there's somebody's looking at them like this. Is it the right content? Is it the wrong content? I mean, right now what you're having is value. I think the right content is the one that provides value for people. It's the one that people can commit time.
Makes a difference to people's lives.
Yes, we have one of the best content sharers in Botswana that have reached. But I think for starters, you have to plan your content.
Do we have social media influencers in Botswana? And what is a social media influencer?
Yes, we do have social media influencers in Botswana, and there are any bucks. I know a few good names. I know Remo KRM, I know Rem Jamaica, I know Revi Mampizi. For social media influencers, there are people who get endorsements from companies based on their following. Companies engage social media influencers to place adverts or to talk about their products so that they can have a wider reach. It all comes back to the same business model, advertising. But in this case, I'm an entity, maybe a brand like Shima the brand or Mogobe the brand. Tomorrow, if Lamborghini says, Mr. Mogobe, we want you to talk about Lamborghini, we will pay you this much. Yes, you will be a social media influencer.
How does an average entrepreneur in this space position themselves to become a social media influencer?
I mean, look at your strengths. My strength, I influence people and talk about digital marketing. And it doesn't mean that I'm not a social media influencer. I am. But mostly people think or treat it that I have to be popular. There's a difference between popular and being a social media influencer.
What is the difference?
I can still be popular, but I'm not influencing anyone.
You mean well known? I
can be well known, sir, but I'm offering nothing. I'm offering nothing, meaning that I can be popular. I would like to put it like my pastor put it. I can be popular for being poor.
For being poor?
Yes, sir. Just because you know me, it doesn't mean that I'm making it. And just because you know me doesn't mean that I'm really influencing somebody. But with regards to social media influencer, first, it has to go back to social media marketing strategy. It has to go about the way you carry yourself. It's a lot of things. It's not only about social media. Even the way you carry yourself around
As
people.
a brand.
Yes, as a brand, it carries so much weight and it demands a lot. It demands that you start being who you says you are. To the first 10 people in you, I cannot go influence people about social media marketing in some places when I have not influenced you. I mean, it starts from your house, it starts from your friends. Start offering people solutions about what you want to influence people about.
What about brand ambassadors?
Okay. Brands, ambassadors, and social media influencers, they are almost the same, but they're just described the same way because the other one will be a brand ambassador after getting an endorsement. I mean, right now, one of my friends, Ramotse, is the brand ambassador for a certain, maybe particular company. A brand ambassador, it means that always I have to share my content. Can I afford that? No, but after I drink, maybe I'm a brand ambassador of Coke. After I drink my own Coke, I share that video content. Sometimes for privacy reasons, personally, I would not want to go into that space because sometimes it exposes you. I mean, recently, some lady in South Africa has just been chosen as a brand ambassador for Evoke. I mean, yeah, you have to also now mention these people on your social media platforms. Yeah, it makes money for you, but for some people who do not like it, they wouldn't do that.
Because don't you sacrifice your freedom in a sense? And your identity is subservient to that of the brand. Isn't that the negative side of it?
That's some of the negative things that come with that. Because a picture, you'll understand that after AI, I can use your picture actually on Google. I say, who's this person? They will tell me. If I post a picture on Facebook right now, it will use a picture recognition, AI, to say that a person who might look like you has been posted. That's AI. So meaning that a picture is not really what we thought it was. It's a lot of things. Because it will tell me that if the picture I took here, especially and I'm using my Android phone, it will pick even the geolocation. If you go to your Google Photos, it will even give you the dates of where you took the picture of that.
Okay. As we come to the end of our time together, sir, you are given an opportunity to ask me any question that you think might enhance our conversation, or anything that you want. We have a new feature where you can ask me anything.
Okay. Mine is very simple, Mr. Mogobe. Where do you see Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom in the next 8 months or 10 months? And what impact do you think it's going to have on the livelihoods of not only Botswana, because your vlog is not available only in Botswana, to the rest of the world?
Well, this thing started as a one-man proposition where I was just shooting at home with my son. Now, as it's grown, we have a videographer, we have a filmmaker, and we have a group of content generators who assist me. So that generates some employment. It gives people an opportunity to earn some income. In addition to that, we are preaching the gospel of entrepreneurship. We are really saying to Botswana out there, entrepreneurship is the way to go. Work for yourselves. Use some of our own ideas from Botswana, the idea of self-reliance, the idea of being independent. That comes a long way historically. Now we have to apply it into the local economy. And we do that through inviting people like yourself, Keakopa, and thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
You're welcome, sir.
And we ask you to generously share your information and your experiential knowledge. Through that, you are able to impact some upcoming Botswana out there, give people encouragement, give them energy, give them, that positive energy, because people are facing challenges all the time. So you're asking me 8 to 12 months. I don't have a crystal ball, but I would really like to see us maybe at 10,000 subscribers in a year or so. I would like to see us even monetizing this so that we can plow back and invest more and grow the brand. And it's going to end up as an anchor point for the rest of the business, for Mogobe Incorporated, for Lerumo Mogobe Legal Practitioners, for Luxury Wild Inn, for Clean Cities and Towns, and all our businesses. So the objective is really to empower the viewer, but at the same time to grow our brand.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
You answered it.
Okay.
The best way.
All right, now before we part, talk to the camera, that one, and leave them with one empowering message, some powerful overall message on the idea of monetizing their content.
Okay, thank you for joining us, guys. I first encourage you to subscribe to Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom if you have not already subscribed, because there are a lot of subjects to learn about. Content monetization, it's a new trend, but at the same time, I didn't even talk about cybersecurity. It requires that you learn more, especially about cybersecurity, before you talk about online in this context, monetization. But with regards to content, just focus and plan your work and do what you like. I'm doing what I like. I think it will pay off with time. If you use the right platform, keep researching about people who are already earning. And I think you will get there.
Can you tell them how they can get in touch with you and where you're accessible online?
Okay. If you want to access me online, we have a website, www.explorebotswana.info. If you also want to access me, just use hashtag business BW, one word, hashtag business BW on all social media platforms. Or just use one of our handles, at Explore Botswana on Instagram, at ExploreBots on Twitter, or Shima Keakopa on Facebook. Thank you.
Let me take this opportunity, sir, to thank you for taking the time out. I honor you, I value you, I really like what you're doing, and please keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.